low-key, I don't like people who are like me. Like, you know how everybody says, oh, I want somebody just like me. When I run across bitches like me, I be like, who does that bitch think she is? But that's how people feel about me. But I realized recently that when I do have those thoughts of like, who is this bitch? Usually that bitch is acting like me. And it's like, if you get caught in the if you get caught in like the who this bitch think she, like, getting upset at a person, you will never realize that they act just like you, and that's why you feel that way. Like, I met this girl. I didn't even meet her. We didn't even speak, but we in the same vicinity. And that thought ran across my head, like, who this bitch think she is? Mind you, this bitch ain't did nothing to me. This bitch ain't did nothing to me. And I ain't did nothing to her. But in my head, I'm just like, who this bitch think she is? And after I was like, whoa. Because I don't have those thoughts often. But it's a lot of people in the world. Every now and again, you going to run across a bitch that make you think who this bitch think she is. But after I got past that thought, I was like, damn, that bitch really like act like me low key. Like, but it's funny because we the same, but we opposites. Like, we are exact opposites, but that means we're the same. Like, the girl is loud as fuck, ghetto curse, like she just really really loud, but the energy she has is the same energy I have. I'm just quiet. But I was thinking to myself, I was like, wait, an extremely loud bitch is the same and just as dangerous as an extremely quiet bitch. Because I was like, comparing myself, I was like, damn, maybe I need to be more like loud, you know, like maybe I need to like stop being such a little quiet bitch. But as I was thinking, I was like, no, we're the same. We just express ourselves differently. And again, that's why you have to know yourself, because if you don't know yourself, you'll be having these thoughts and you'll stop at, well, I need to be like this. No, she's her, I'm me. And there has to be loud bitches. Every bitch can't be quiet. Just like there has to be quiet bitches, every bitch can't be loud. We're supposed to be ourselves. But that's not the main point of my video. The main point of my video is when I do run across bitches like me, I don't, like, off the rip, it's like a bitch. It's like a bitch, you know, but it's not like, it could seem like hate and envy and insecurity if you don't understand it. But when you understand it, like how I'm telling y'all, I'm understanding like we're the same person, is turning into love and respect, because it's like, damn, we the same person, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't hate a bitch like me, that mean I hate myself, you know what I'm saying? And it is respect, because it's like, it ain't too many bitches like me. So it's like, if I run across a bitch like me, it's like, shit, you know what I'm saying? You gotta tip your hat to the bitch, you know what I'm saying? That's real shit. And I'm not talking about looks, I'm not talking about aesthetics, I'm not talking about size, I'm not talking about economic status, I'm talking about an energy. When you come across a bitch like you, energetically, bitch, and what I'm saying is not even like no brand new shit. It's not no like world changing shit. Anytime you see two people doing this, it's because they're the same person. Anybody, mother, daughter, sister, brother, girlfriend, boyfriend, it doesn't matter. Any dynamic, when you see people and they just immediately button heads for no reason, like they don't have no real problem with each other, but they always arguing, they always going at it, it's because they're the same person and they have the same pressure points. You know, either they both petty, so they gonna go back and forth forever. They both funny, so they'll just keep cracking jokes, bitch, nobody gonna give up. They both fighters, so bitch, they gonna fight to the death, you know what I'm saying? But even if they don't like each other, it's usually because they are just alike. And after I had that initial thought of like, who this bitch think she is, I was like, damn, that bitch is me. Like, damn. Like, we act the same, but we act the same in different ways. That's why you gotta be aware to the shit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know what's going on, because it's easy to look at me and this person and think y'all are completely different, because the bitch is loud. She's one of them bitches. Like, she's a loud bitch, cursing, you know. She take up a lot of space with her energy, but I take up a lot of space with my energy, even though I don't say anything. But if two people was looking at us, they'll be like, no, y'all are completely different. But me and that bitch know we the same. And that's why we sitting this bitch having eye tag and da-da-da-da-da-da. Because we know we the same. Energetically, we the same. We might have grew up different. We might express ourselves differently. You know what I'm saying? We might even be on two different roads, two different paths. But we come from the same, you know what I'm saying? We come from the same tree. And I love it. I love when I meet people. When I get past my egotistical personality and, you know, insecurity, and I realize, like, damn, we're the same. Like, that's beautiful, because I don't run across a lot of bitches like me. And the last bitch I ran across like me, I don't talk to that hoe no more. I don't talk to that hoe no more, because the bitch was a little too much like me. As much as I hate the bitch, I love the bitch. As much as you know, it's funny, a lot of my songs are about my ex, good and bad. I have love songs and I have hateful songs about that man. But every time I sing the songs, people be like, oh, like, get, you know, don't hate him too much. And I'm like, I don't hate that nigga. Like, the fuck, I love him. Just because I don't fuck with, just because, and it's crazy because it's like, just because you tell the truth of a situation, people feel like you carrying all this animosity in your heart. A part of telling the truth and living in the truth, a part of the reward of that is that you get to release all of the attachments. So because I'm being honest about how I felt and what I went through, and, you know, how sad I may have been, how heartbroken I may have been with my friends, my everybody, because I'm living in the truth of it, I get to release it and let it go. So no, I don't hate the man. Just because, girl, it's a song, bitch. Just you think, bitch, that was so long ago. Like, you think, like, it's a song. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, yes, I'm gonna still talk about the people that was in my life, especially if they was in my life for a long period of time, especially if they impacted me in meaningful ways. I met an older man and he was telling me, like, because he was married, but he, you know, it didn't work out. And he was like telling me, like, don't try to forget about the past. Don't try to, no, he didn't say that. He said, don't act like you don't care, and don't act like you aren't sad or you don't miss people, because it's okay to, like, that's a part of life. Like, you have to move on and just keep going. You don't try to stuff it down and ignore the shit that happened to you. You know, that's how it festers. So, like, people hear my songs, or they hear me talk about people, they just assume I just hate them. I hate them so much. I may not, I don't know how else to say it. Just because I don't fuck with you don't mean I hate you. Bitch, I'm just not fucking with you. Like, like, what the fuck? I'm just not fucking with you. I don't hate you. But a lot of people hate themselves for the shit they do. And instead of being honest with themselves that they hate themselves for how they acted, they'll try to make it seem like you still hate them. Bitch, I don't give a fuck. You know, it is what it is. You know, but that's kind of the same thing as, like, meeting somebody like you. It's like you automatically don't like them because they just like you. So, like, you know what they doing because they just like you. I told another bitch that, like, bitch, you sitting here playing lying in my face. Bitch, we're the same person. Like, I know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, but you don't meet a lot of people who are just like you. And I think it means something when you run across somebody like you, because there's so many people in the world, but it's not that many people in the world. And when you meet somebody like you, they usually show your ass a thing or two about yourself. So shout out to that bitch for having, like she done just gave me a lot of introspection today. Like, she really has. And mind y'all, I have not even spoke to this person, But that's how I know the bitch just like me, because I could just feel it. You could just feel it. It's just tingling. I could just feel it. Like, I could feel the bitch who you think you is. Like, I could feel her looking at me like, bitch who you think you is. And I know she feel me looking at her like, bitch who you think you is. Like, I feel it. Telepathically, I could feel it. But I've learned a lot. But it really takes putting your ego to the side, putting your pride to the side to allow wisdom to come in. Because if you just stop at that ego, you'll hate every bitch. You'll hate every nigga. Like, you'll never get the lesson in the shit, because it'll just be surface level ego bullshit. Literally. Like, you have to put your ego aside to really get the lesson, to really get the wisdom, to really understand what's even fucking happening. Because I could have just been around here like, fuck that bitch, who this bitch thinks she is. But it's like, for what? I literally was sitting there like, I have things to do. Like, why is this thought even in my fucking head? And I forced myself to dig into the feeling instead of ignoring it and acting like it's not there, which is what that man said. You don't just ignore the shit. You be honest with yourself, and because you're honest, you can let the shit go. So I'm not going to be thinking about this shit no more. And I'm not going to be, every time I see her, I'm not going to be who this bitch thinks she is, because I understand now that that bitch is me. She's me. I'm the bitch. She's me, you know? And now that I understand that, I can let it go, just like I did with all the other relationships I've had in my life. I understand it, so I can let it go. I don't have to sit around and question why I feel this way and why they did this and why they... No, I understand, so I don't give a fuck. That's why you don't give a fuck. I seen somebody else say this, but I say this myself. When you give so much of a fuck, you cannot give a fuck. So a lot of people be afraid to give a fuck, you know, because they don't want to be embarrassed. They don't want to be played. They don't want to be whoop-de-whoop. But when you give so much of a fuck to the point where you cannot give no more fucks, that's how you reach ultimate not giving a fuck. But when you act like you don't give a fuck, when you know you give a fuck, you'll never really not give a fuck, because you still give a fuck. Like, that's what it is. And it's crazy. Panic said the same thing about love. He was like, so many people don't let themselves be in love because they have a fear of getting hurt and getting played and getting abused. So they never trust their partner. They cheat because they feel like everybody cheat. They do all these things to prevent themselves from getting hurt, but they were never really in love in the first place. So you did all these things so that you didn't get hurt, but you also didn't get loved. You didn't allow the love to happen. You blocked it at every point. Your guard was up. Your defenses were up. You never experienced the love. So it's the same thing. It's like people will act like they don't give a fuck, and that's the people you see crashing the fuck out. Them same people who I'm talking about, they'll be flexing in front of everybody. I don't give a fuck. They'll be talking down on. They'll be saying all type of shit. That same person will be running behind your ass in the streets. Well, I thought you didn't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I'll never do some shit like that. Because when I gave a fuck, I gave all my fucks. And that's why I'm able to leave people where they at. Like, people, the reason I'm able to stop fucking with somebody, and it kind of seemed like it's just cold, like I just kind of stopped fucking with them out of nowhere, is because I try. I give every fuck I can. I give it all, bitch. I give it all. And once I don't have no more, it's actually nothing. I don't have nothing to give you. I've told people that I don't know what else you want from me. I don't have nothing else to give you. They think it's a joke. They think people can just keep going forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. No, bitch, I don't. That's it. They don't think, for some reason, people don't think other people have limits. You know, they think they got a fucking dog and you'll just be there forever for everything. No, I gave all my fucks. You used them all. It's like a game. You have this many lives, bitch, and you used all of them. So now it's over. You know, and I don't have to have any weight on my heart because I really gave a fuck. I really tried. And even like this situation with this bitch, like, no, I really sat here, I really thought about it. I gave a fuck for a minute. I don't give a fuck no more, you know? And there's lessons in that to be learned. So Yeah, man. Love. Be love.